Hello everyone, it's Chris from the Knights of Nerditude. Welcome to our first ever live action video for our YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be about collections. A while ago, my fellow Knights and I had a discussion about if you were to start a collection or build upon a collection, which one would you choose? One of us chose Star Wars, another one chose movie posters, and I chose Harry Potter. I am the biggest Harry Potter fan out of the other Knights on the podcast, so I decided to build out my current collection. My current collection is rather small. It's mostly because I don't have enough space to store anything, and it's all scattered throughout my house. So I have it all together, and this is currently what I'm working with. As you can see, I have a collection, an assortment of books and other collectible items, a couple movies, bookends, and an incomplete book set. So let's start off with the books, because clearly I have the most of them. First and foremost, let's start off with the OG set. This is my original Harry Potter set. It's the box set 1 through 5. 1 through 5 years. I am missing the 5th one. It is on loan somewhere. One of my family members has it. They have it somewhere, and I don't know where it is, but at this point I remember it. You know, the cover is falling off and the first few pages are ripped. I've read these books so many times that the bindings are all torn and ripped, and I think this book itself right here is actually split in half like that. So, you know, I think these have reached its end. But this was the original reading of Harry Potter for me. This is where it started. I don't remember the year. I truly don't remember the year. I believe it was 2004. So I'm missing the 5th and 6th books, currently out on loan to a family member. No idea where they are. And then the 7th book came out, and then this is it. Also, Dust Jacket, no idea where it went. No idea. A funny story about this. I actually, this book actually came out. The next day I had my wisdom teeth taken out. So for the next 2 days, all I did was sit down and read this, considering I couldn't really do anything else. I do remember reading it, though, FYI. So those are the original stories that I had. And then recently, I purchased the Brian Selznick covers. I bought the full set. Of the Brian Selznick covers, mostly because I was missing the books, and on it, quite frankly, I needed another set that's, you know, that I can actually read without it falling apart in my hands. So got all those. Like the covers, I've already had the other covers here. I didn't want to buy these again, but you know, really like the covers of these. Good cover art, black and white. You really can't go wrong with the color lettering here. It's really nice, and honestly, not super expensive. A while ago, for a Christmas gift, I actually got the massive and very heavy box set, the suitcase with all the books here. So I got all these. These have yet to be read. I have not read these. I don't necessarily think I want to. I kind of want to keep it as a collector item. It was a Christmas gift from my parents, which I just really enjoy. I just really enjoy having it in the house, having it, and it might be something that I can pass down to my kids one day. So that's another set of the books here. Let's move on. You can't have a collection without the Jim Kay illustrated editions. These are phenomenal. I started buying these when my kids were born, under the anticipation that I could read these to my kids. And then maybe if they're, you know, if we're lucky enough, I can read them to their kids, you know. things like that. So, but I have yet to look at all the pictures for this. I've yet to actually read these. I have all four: Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, and Goblet of Fire. I actually have yet to read all of these because I am doing it the first time through with my daughter. I'm actually reading. We're halfway through the Sorcerer's Stone, and I'm looking at the pictures for the first time with her. So it's all very exciting. It's kind of a first look for us. I think that's going to be really nice. It's a nice experience I have with my daughter when I'm reading these. So, but really love the pictures. It's a great take on the characters from Jim Kay. I have pre-ordered the 5th one, which comes out, I believe, in October of 2022. So I have pre-ordered the 5th one, so that's eventually going to come my way. And so we better get reading soon. I have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So I actually, by Bloomsbury, it's the Johnny Duddle cover. So a while ago, I went to London for the first time ever. I was going with my wife, and she was on a work trip, so I just kind of tagged along. And I wandered around London for 3 or 4 days, pretty much throughout the day by myself. And I ended up at the Platform 9 3/4, and this is where I bought this book. I did not have an actual Philosopher's Stone. I only had Sorcerer's Stone, obviously, because we're in the United States, and they do not have the Philosopher's Stone. They have the Sorcerer's Stone, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that at this point. So I had to have one, and I bought that, and that was a nice little experience. Loved the Platform 9 3/4, by the way. Really fun experience to go. You got to push yourself into the trolley. I was alone, but whatever. I'm a huge fan. I didn't really care. That's that. While I was in London, I also tried to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, but the dates did not line up. For some reason, when they first started doing this in theater, they only did it on like a Monday or a Tuesday, so I wasn't there for the set times, and I think they split the acts up into certain sections. I don't remember exactly, but the dates didn't line up, and I wanted to see it, but I just couldn't get to it. But it is, I actually bought this book and read it. Well, no, screenplay. I bought it and read it on my flight over to London that day, or that trip. Alright, and to finish out the book collection, 2 gifts I received: the Harry Potter cookbook and the Harry Potter cocktail book. I have not made, in truth, I have not made any of it from any of these books. It was a recent gift for me, so I have not had the time to really go through and try any steak and kidney pie or anything like that. And in truth, there's not a lot of pictures in these, so you're not necessarily thinking, is this going to look good, or is this going to, be good? And I am a baker, so I don't, I would like a little bit of a picture. So I kind of have an idea what things look like, but it would be nice to see a picture. The cocktail book, I mean, this is ripe for a theme party. It really is. Butterscotch martinis, unicorn kisses, Horcrux cocktails. Yeah, so we might have to save this one for a theme party. Let's start off from the beginning. The movies. This is what got me into Harry Potter. You'll notice I only have Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban here. Why? No idea. No idea. When I first got into Harry Potter, I bought a couple of the movies and I just stopped buying them. I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know why. I did have Sorcerer's Stone somewhere. I don't remember where I put it. But I do know, funny story with this one and the Sorcerer's Stone, I've watched the DVD so much that the DVD has a line in it, and it doesn't play on regular DVD players anymore. So that's how much I've watched this movie. Same thing with the Prisoner of Azkaban. Prisoner of Azkaban, line in it, can't see some of the parts of the movie. I could probably, if we start watching, I could probably actually tell you where exactly it stops playing. The Prisoner of Azkaban was when I first got involved in Harry Potter. I forget where it was, but I was with some friends and I'd never heard of Harry Potter up until that point. And they played the Prisoner of Azkaban movie. And quite frankly, favorite movie. Favorite movie of the whole series. Mostly because it takes the darker tones comparatively to Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, and I think that the David Yates later versions are a little too... The books are way better than the movies, in truth, because there's so much and it's just kind of condensed and they cut out a few things. Trivia fact, can you, if you haven't read the books, if you've only watched the movies, can you tell me what the 3 Horcruxes were? Or the 3 Deathly Hallows were? The movie doesn't explain one of them. It doesn't. So the movies, the DVDs, they started the collection. From the beginning. That's where it started. Throughout the years, I've had family members, friends, for Christmas, birthdays, playing cards, Harry Potter playing cards. I think there's two sets in there. Another Harry Potter playing cards. I've yet to play this game. It's a card game. It's a memory Harry Potter card game. Also a Christmas gift. Haven't had a chance to play this one yet, mostly because people around me don't necessarily know as much Harry Potter knowledge as I do. Or at least are as big of a fan. So, building on the collection. Bought this 9 3/4 Hogwarts Express. It's kind of a metal plaque. It's unopened. I bought this in London. I had the intention of putting this above my workshop, but I have I accidentally built the workshop wrong, so it doesn't truly fit above the workshop, so I actually have to find another place for it, and we haven't had it. But then, like I said, I don't have a lot of space for anything in the house, so who knows where it's going to end up. Bookmarks, there's 2 here. The other 3 are just in books that I'm currently reading. So you have the Luna Lovegood bookmark, and then you have the Albus Dumbledore, courtesy of Barnes & Noble. They have a lot of fun stuff there. The mug, Hogwarts mug. I don't use it to drink anything out of, mostly because I don't trust it because it's a little thin. I feel like it would crack under hot stuff, but it's mostly just a pen holder. I have one of the first gifts I ever got was a red Gryffindor pen. Since run out of ink. Very top heavy. And then I have a wand pen as well. So those usually stay in the cup. My favorite creature of all of Harry Potter, the Dementor from The Prisoner of Azkaban and other movies. Horror movie fan, so probably this is why this character has drawn me in as much as it has. So I have one of the pops. I'm not usually a big Funko Pop fan at all, but I do have a few strewn about, usually for you know, the characters that I like the most. In this case, it's the Dementors of Azkaban. Probably my more recent purchase since I bought the Selznick books. I bought two bookends. Well, I treat them as bookends. They're not necessarily designed as bookends, but they're statue figures that hold enough weight where you can use them as bookends. So, I bought the Basilisk from the Chamber of Secrets from Noble. These are both Noble Collection products. Really like it. It's really nice. Wicked sturdy. The teeth aren't flimsy at all, so they're not really going to fall off. This is really nice. Really love it. I actually kept the box for these so I can store them properly if I need to. But really like this. I do want to get a second one of this. I do. But that's not a priority. So the second one I bought was the Black Knight from Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone. They also have the White Knight, I believe. They also have the White Knight, and I would love to get one of those as well, but I just wanted to get one. I believe I bought these with gift certificates, so I just limited myself to 2 for now. I'm sure I'll build out later. There's a whole bunch of other stuff on the Noble Collection website that I would love to get, and then there's stuff that actually has been sold out, so it's going to be tricky to get, but really like this one. Nice and top heavy, and it's really, really, really sturdy. It really is. And it looks, I mean, if you look at it, you know exactly what it's from. So, really enjoy those. And that's it for the collectible stuff. So, as you can see, my collection is rather small. It's not huge by any stretch of the imagination. And I think what we're going to do is find an area where I want to focus the collection on. So for right now, I am more interested in the books, and specifically the cover arts and the translations, than I am about the actual collectibles themselves. I'm not turned off to getting more collectibles. However, I do like the idea of having books for multiple languages. Harry Potter has been translated into over 79 languages, at least 79 languages. I'm pretty sure it's well over 80. Those are authorized translations. There are unofficial translations that are out there, but they're not actually done by publishers. So I think what I'm going to try and do is focus on getting book covers and the different styles of books, different translations of books, because there are certain languages that have, you know, good book covers, and then there are certain languages that are they don't have book covers. They usually just stick with the kind of the mass market covers, you know, things like this, or, you know, things like these, but they're obviously just different languages. So I think what we're going to try and do is focus more on the language translations. First, primarily, we'll focus on those. We'll see how that goes. If I like finding and building that out, if I like the hunt of finding those translations, then I might stick with those. If not, maybe I'll shift more to the collectibles and start, you know, collecting other things. I might even, I don't think I'll go pops, but, you know, never say never. But I could do playing cards, I could do pens, I could do more statuette type things. We'll see. We'll see where we go, but I'd like you to stay, you know, hang out for this journey and see what we come up with. I'll do some unboxing videos if I ever get some packages sent in the mail and order some stuff, and we can review those as well. If you have any suggestions or recommendations on how you think I should continue my collection, leave a comment below. And also, if you liked what you see and you want to keep going on this journey and adventure, click that subscribe button. I will post YouTube videos as soon as I possibly can. That does it for me this time. See you later.